Here we are with Humblewood. We Didn't Start the Fire, Season 1, Episode 3. We're in June 2020, and
I'm Tyler, I'm the GM, and to my left we have X playing Y.
Peter as Pipsqueak Smallpaws, the Jarbin Cleric.
Mark as Bucky, the Servan Barbarian.
Devin as Tintooth, the Possum Druid, whose goal is to set fire this session.
And I'm RD, and I'm playing Luna, the Luma, and I'm a sorcerer, and I'm like a bird person, but like a Luma. Yeah.
Okay, Mark, you want to do our prologue?
No, but I will anyway. So, let's see. We have the notes have disappeared.
Huzzah!
From memory. You've already done it once.
Yes. All right. So, I met a bunch of great adventurers, and we traveled out to get some medicine from the caves for all the people who've been burned. We traveled out to the swamps, and then we were there, and there was. I've actually gone through this once, but then there was a giant fire, and it was really bad, and I freaked out, and we fought the fire. And so, yeah, we spent about a day doing that, and then we all got together and we had to go find not the Possum Patrol, not the Paw Patrol. And so we went out to the caves to go search for the Possum Patrol. And the cart got stuck, and I had to push it, and there was butterflies. And we got to the cave, and I stepped into some insects and got really angry. And there was a bunch of druid and cleric stuff to figure out how everything worked. And then we went to the cave, but it was a really crappy mine, and we had to go put some stuff up and fix it. And we lost the druid, and he disappeared and tamed a slime. And then we got lost, and we wandered to the cave, and we encountered a big cave of slime with the Paw Patrol at the bottom being eaten by slimes. And the druid turned into a slime, and he rolled down to the other side. And he got all the Paw Patrol together, and we wrapped a rope around them and pulled them up.
You're not affiliated with those class traders.
Oh, God. So then we dragged up all the Paw Patrol people, and we got the hell out of there, and we went back, and they were healed, because when you get digested by a slime, it's like a rancor, and it takes 1,000 years. And
also because the
Sarlacc,
cleric healed them.
That too.
I'm sure that helped.
Okay, that was much quicker. All right, done.
You still didn't mention the meteor.
No, he just mentioned the fire.
Oh, yeah, there was a meteor.
Yeah, so we're going to start the player's turn, and you guys have arrived back at Tin Town, which is a town that is very much on edge. There are smokes coming from fires throughout the forest. You can see clouds of ember bats still soaring out in various areas, including one swarm that is heading directly towards you. There's still a large smoldering meteor in the center of the village, stuck into a crater. All of the thatching has been taken off the roofs of the huts. There's water distributed everywhere, and members of the Possum Patrol are all out and about, arming themselves with arrows and slings, waiting for the ember bats to arrive. And you guys all get one free check for the player's turn. In addition, you will also be receiving one free check that you must use for a social encounter with an NPC. So you may begin your player's turn.
Okay. So since I have the most checks, so let's strategically start spending them. And I'd like to recover my hungry condition by buying some food.
Or you guys could start and force him to have to trade with you.
Oh, yeah, I'll go first then. What can I spend my checks on? I'm always up for screwing Peter over. What do I gotta do? What do I gotta do? Ian,
A test.
Tyler, teach me how to punish Peter.
I would like to do stuff too.
Alright, you go first, and I'll go, and then we'll definitely screw Peter.
I'm sorry, Peter.
I'll spend my magical test on myself then.
Hello. I'm hungry. So hungry and thirsty. And also very tired. So I would like to bum some food from these kind possum people. Do I see anybody? I want to just like wander.
So how are you going to do that?
I plan to literally. Does it look like there's like a bar or a tavern equivalent? I imagine there is.
Yeah,
it's
there's a
brewery.
small tavern called the Rat and Whistle.
Okay, I'm gonna go in there and talk about how, using part of my nature, about how I just expertly rescued the Paw Patrol. Because that's what they are now.
Possum Patrol.
And we just rescued them from a from a mine, and we also brought back medicine to help the ailing, and how we just love, just we're great.
Okay,
Just
so
love
what
ourselves.
skill are you going to use for this?
Oh, a skill. Manipulator.
Do it. Roll it.
Okay, so the rat and whistle is relatively empty because everyone is in a state of high alert. Most people are sticking close to their homes with buckets of water and troughs of water ready to douse the fires that are coming, or else they're members of the Possum Patrol and they're out there. So all you see is a surly bartender by the name of Craig behind the counter just polishing glasses. He goes, "Oh, paying customer."
Well,
What about
tell you a great story about how I did this really cool thing. Hello, my name is Luna. It's very nice to meet you.
Ah, Luma.
No, my name is Luna.
Yes, but you.
But my name is Luna. I am not the circumstance of my birth. Okay? But we had this crazy cool thing. Okay, I just need to tell you a really cool story. Your name is what again?
Craig.
Craig. Oh, Craig. It's so good to meet you. So we did this really cool thing where we went to the mines. We went and rescued the Possum Patrol, and they were scared and they were stuck, and we helped them and we brought them back.
I find that hard to believe. The Possum Patrol are heroes.
Yes, but so am I. Do you want to see a very cool thing?
I'm always interested in cool things.
I'm gonna literally burp butterflies.
Okay.
I'm gonna burp and then butterflies are gonna come out of my mouth. Isn't that so cool?
Did you eat caterpillars?
That's certainly something.
Yes, because I'm a hero. Now, I would like to very, very much know. I'm so hungry and thirsty, and so hungry and thirsty because I did all this very hard labor and it was slightly manual, and I am very hungry. And as a local hero and folk legend, I would very much like to eat your food. And I would need some drink.
Oy.
I love how this looks from his perspective. You just stumble in, start burping butterfly, and you're like, I'm the best thing in the world!
I'm a folk hero.
Hello, I am an adventurer.
I really hope you roll max is you know what? This is just weird bullshit. Have some food. I don't want to deal with it.
Sounds like a folk hero. That's something Paul Bunyan would do.
Okay, so because this is a social test that you're doing against someone, we roll opposed to each other. He has 2 dice in his haggler pool. Since you are effectively haggling with him, that is what he's going to use. You are choosing to use manipulator, so you can roll your manipulator dice.
Now, can I use my nature? Because I'm very good at speaking. My elocution.
Persona?
It's part of my nature to be. Is that a persona thing to do that? I don't remember how that.
I think tapping your nature is one of those points, as far as I remember, to add all of those dice.
Yeah,
into
So there's tapping your nature, which is spending a persona point.
Yeah.
But what she's saying is she is acting within her nature.
Uh-huh.
Because one of her nature keywords is elocution.
Yep.
So she wants to roll her nature, which you can, because this is within your nature, as a Luma, to be sort of flighty and magical and whimsical and charismatic.
However,
But you will not increase your skill, because you're going to be rolling nature instead of your skill. So that is the downside.
Oh.
So you're pretty much testing nature instead of testing manipulator.
Let's just be manipulative. Straight hard manipulator.
Do it.
I don't know how many Ooh, I'm screwed. Oh, feed me.
Does it make those thing of baby bird sounds?
More butterflies again.
Okay, so I'm going to let you succeed with a twist.
Oh, Lord.
He will feed you, but he will feed you on the condition that you swear an oath to protect the village. Because you've come in and announced yourself as a folk hero and a champion and a rescuer.
Yeah, totally. I swear that oath so fast. I just love swearing so much. Okay.
So
The
note that on
path
your
is
character sheet.
sealed.
Is this like a blood bath or something? Do I need to cut myself? And I'm like trying to get.
Oh,
myself-
that's not going to be necessary.
Okay.
This is a sanitary establishment. We try and avoid bloodshed.
Should I wear a mask? No, I'm sorry.
In Ugly Americans, there's a wizard character who's part of their integration team or whatever, and the cops come in and do like a team building exercise video, and they're like, "I know you guys are all ready to work together," and the wizard cuts his hand open, smears a hamper on his face. He's like, "I fucking love being motivated." Like it's just really easy to like get worked up over things.
Craig, you're so great. Thank you so much for all this food. Now can I have some drink?
Yeah, you can alleviate hungry and thirsty. He feeds you, and he doesn't have much else going on, so he kind of sits and listens while you regale him with your various folk hero
And
tales.
every time I burp, butterflies come out.
He goes and he gets a net.
Yes. This establishment, I burp a lot. So this establishment is crawling with butterflies.
Right.
He's like, great.
You want to go?
That's the way in with insects.
Sure, I'll test my resources to get some food as well.
Okay. So you're actually using resources, like you're paying for food. This is a town, so it's just an OB1 check.
Yeah, success. 2 successes even. Spend the check. Who else would like to do something now?
I will do something.
Do it.
How do I screw him? You said I could. Now
Yeah, I
want
want to know too.
to. Tell me the action I have to take.
Just spend your check.
Okay, how?
Come up with a
What do you
test
do?
or something you want to do. Typically, you want to either relieve conditions or advance something that you want to advance.
I have tired. I want to get rid of it.
Yeah. You also are down a druid staff. You have no weapon.
Need to buy a new stick or acquire some
Alright,
other
I'm going to
means.
spend check 1 getting rid of tired.
Okay. So how are you doing that?
I'm going to go to my home and I'm going to sleep in my house.
Okay.
To
Yeah.
health.
So, actually, because you are in your hometown and your parents are around, you get to do that for free.
Yes.
So that means no rolls or no checks?
No rolls.
Ah.
Still
So
a
you
check.
didn't get an advance though.
Whatever, I want to get rid of tired and I got rid of tired. I have 2 more checks, Pete. What, you think that was a win for you? I know this is a zero-sum game. Whoever wins, the others lose. What about from
I have one other check.
Alright, so I'm down to 2 checks.
However you guys want to do it, but I mean,
Peter may go.
I would like to do one more thing because I'm talking to Craig.
you
now.
do. I mean, you do kind of want to
Well,
bounce
alternate,
back
yeah.
between Peter and someone else because he's got a big stack of checks to burn
How many does
through.
he have?
7.
You piece of shit!
Yeah.
I had 5 to start, 1 free, and then 1
How did
social.
you get 5 to start?
Because I
He got 2 for giving me 2D in
yeah.
a test, and he used traits against himself twice.
How
I
do I
don't know
give
where
you
the other
2D
one
in a
came
test
from.
to get checks?
You just do it. When
has to
you're
be a versus
doing
check.
when you're doing a versus check, just be like, I give you 2 dice.
You found another rule we didn't know about to abuse.
Should checks have been written down somewhere on the sheet?
Yes.
Yeah, there's not a
Move it
spot. I
next
just put it
to-
beside my persona points.
You'll literally game over if you don't.
It's
In the real world.
Yeah, they come and get you.
Yeah, I
Go
keep it
away.
next to my personal
I fucking
attitude.
shoot you in front of your
Attitude
family.
point.
Yeah, it's real brutal.
That's why no one plays most cards.
This
Yeah.
cheat sheet has the rules for nature and checks and wises on it, which are the ones that you need to look up the most. So if you have one reference up,
Yeah.
that's a good one to have.
So I guess I'll try some ritual tests
The shoot. Yeah.
to separate. So I guess some low difficulty one. I don't know. Start healing people. Start preparing for the bat's arrival.
So what do you? Oh, and tell me when you're doing your social one, so we can make it a scene.
Yeah, so just a ritual check.
So you just want to do a ritual check?
Yep.
Are you looking to pass or fail?
Pass. So Obi-Wan.
Okay. So you could just lead the community in prayers.
There we go. Yeah, religious service. 2 successes. Ciao.
Okay, so a lot of people show up to this. As I mentioned, everyone is pretty tense right now. So having like a big cleric come in, especially one who's sort of like exuding holy power and has gone and braved the swamp and come back again to lead them in prayers is a big deal. And you get quite a crowd attending your prayers. And you notice, even once your prayers are done, people just kind of like follow you around. And every now and then you'll be like turning and doing something, and a little possum will run up and it'll just try to grab the hem of your robe and then run away.
Okay.
Don't touch me.
So, someone needs a help with their getting rid of their condition. Go ahead, that cleric special.
Say that his speech was really, really boring, his sermon was boring, and it made you fall asleep, and that's how he's helping you.
Fucking super good night's sleep right there.
I would like to touch Craig.
Wait, let's give Mark a chance, because
Yeah,
Mark
Mark
hasn't
is-
gone yet.
Yeah, Mark, do something.
So I think I have 2 checks.
Okay, did you earn any checks?
I have 2 negative. I was invoked 2 traits negatively.
Okay, so you
That's
have
on
2
the sheet.
checks from that,
Yeah.
and then you get 2 free checks.
Okay.
One of them has to be a social scene.
I'm the only person with 1 check. This is horrific.
Okay. So
Well,
I
you haven't learned how to game the system yet.
I have.
That's fine.
I have 1 negative trait. Should I ask you for assistance because so you can use it, or?
Might as well. So probably you're tired.
Yeah.
That's normally an OB2 health check. Okay, what could I use to tire you out? Ooh, what if some like sorcery to use some sleeping spell or some ritual? to put you to
Yeah,
sleep?
I mean, you could just like cast sleep on him.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Okay.
And yeah, 1 success on sorcery. Is that good enough or not?
It says OB2, so
For health.
It is so good that you put him asleep and he doesn't wake up.
Oh shit.
That is my twist for you now.
Okay. So my checks are pointless.
No, they're not
Mark,
pointless.
right up your... Right,
So-
Wait, is he dead?
he's dead.
Wait, did you just
Yeah,
kill a
you
character?
killed your character.
That's crazy.
No, Mark is like conked out, and now someone's gonna have to spend a check to wake him up.
Sound like someone like me.
Mm.
Punish him.
well, you-
Punish him for playing right.
So, I have this thing I want to do.
But you can remove tire.
Cool.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
you
you're-
don't spend check because that's my check, right?
Well, you're using your free cleric one.
Yeah.
Someone gets a free check to remove a condition.
Okay, so yeah,
Now, to
so
be-
you don't
yeah.
spend it.
To be fair, my character has a pretty good reason for being tired, considering he made like 5 labor checks yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys.
I'd like to get so drunk I pass out, and that's how I get my
Okay. That's gonna be a resources check.
Cool.
Unless you can do something else in the story to.
Yeah. Unless you've got something else for me. You're
Roll,
just spending
roll
money.
thievery and pick Fenny's pocket.
See, I have a friend here that's got the boozery here, and I use my circles instead.
Well, I was thinking of using my nature against myself on this because I'm supposed to be able to endure a lot, right? And I'm gonna get roaring drunk and pass out.
It doesn't quite work like that.
Okay.
It's like.
And
if
you also don't use traits against yourself during the player's turn. That's an
Okay.
exclusively a GM's turn thing.
Okay. Good to know. I'm learning many things. Does this count as my goal? Learning about.
Goes after the player's turn.
Okay, so I literally want to get pissed drunk with at Craig's table.
What's
and then
what's
pass
like
out.
your relative constitution? How much ale is this gonna take?
I'm a bird, so probably
She's
not
featherweight.
much. I
Okay, so give me an OB1, especially since this guy's already kind of like positively disposed towards you. No, roll your resources, which is 3, and get at least 1 success.
I want to pass out, not at the bar, but like I want him to like throw me in one of the rooms or something because I get a good sleep.
Okay.
Oh, I get drunk.
Yeah.
I am so good. I am like the best at like sorcery, Craig. I'm telling you. It's so
I
good.
think you've had enough there.
I don't think you know what enough even is, Craig. Craig, you got a weird face, Craig. Craig, who the fuck named their kid
Yeah,
Craig?
why don't we put you in one of the guest rooms?
No, I think I need one more drink. Just one more, please, Craig.
Yeah, so he helps you up and sets you to sleep and
Takes
you
it
pass
up and
out.
puts it over your head.
Yeah. Yeah. It's nighttime now.
Oh, it's only darkness.
So you can remove your tired. Who's spending their next check?
I guess I should.
Yeah, let's give it to Peter.
He should be awake by now. Maybe, time to...
Yeah, so you kind of like just did this in the street. You like laid your hand upon him, and he like thunked down. And a group of like the possums who are following you have all like gone around him, and they're all sort of like, oh, and they're lifting him up reverently and carrying him stiff as a board behind you.
I was so hoping you were going to say they were pickpocketing him.
I'm sure being possums, some of them are doing that.
There are also some kids throwing bottles.
Also, I'd like to point out that this is a small town with a weird religious leader, and my character is typically used as a sacrificial symbol. So we could be going with some Wicker Man here, shit here.
How dark
I think
is
more
this
trailer
town?
park than fucking. What was that movie called with the fucking human sacrifice?
Wicker Man?
No, the newest one that came out. It was
Oh,
Midsummer.
Midsummer.
Yeah. It's a little more trailer park horse than Midsummer, guys. They fucking burn you alive in the bear at the end.
We worship Thea here.
Oh god, not the bees!
So maybe I'll try to do some more magic to counterspell myself.
Okay, so how many dice did you roll the first time?
Ooh.
You rolled 2,
Yep.
and you got 1 success?
Yep.
Okay, so you have to beat your failure, which was 1 failure.
So I'll be 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 successes.
Okay, so you conjure up a counter spell and lay it upon him. And what's your character's name?
Benny.
Venny.
Sorry,
you,
son.
Bucky. You wake up being held aloft by various possums, some of them with their hands in your pockets. In the middle of the street. You feel rejuvenated.
Yeah.
But it's a little bewildering.
What? Huh? What happened?
I think I used it. My spell was a bit too effective.
Oh, okay.
You hear one of the little possums go, "You died and were risen! Died and were risen!"
Wow! You are a really powerful cleric.
Don't call me necromancer, that's bad.
You're far holier than any cleric I've read. By the way, my character absolutely believes this now. Your character raises
It's
people.
canon.
I mean,
It is
don't
down,
know.
Excuse me, you don't have to carry me anywhere. I can walk on my own.
Yeah, they set you down.
Yeah.
That powerful.
Yeah, I just sort of get up and sort of stretch and do like a ridiculously large yawn. No, that's reserved for truly dire situations. And if I have to do that, I will still play the sound effect.
Okay. So, who wants to do another check?
Or
It's-
a check.
One
I
of you
think
two.
it's my turn.
I don't have any left.
Okay, I got 2 checks, and I need to crank up my... Oh, right, there's a second page of this character sheet. Sorcery! I need a pass on sorcery.
Okay. So you want to do?
Oh,
some
no, I
kind
need
of-
that goddamn druid staff. It's infinitely more useful
it
than
helps
that
you.
sorcery. Alright, I need to get another drive from another druid staff, so I'm going to go out into the forest and get one by communing with nature. Nature.
Okay.
Do I need outside help or input, maybe?
It would certainly be helpful.
Just grab a stick off the tree.
In the middle of the house, screaming at the top of my lungs.
That's how you call your mom. That's
Yeah,
100%.
how do you do it? There's 75 of us. You want to be heard over the crowd?
Which one of you needs me now?
Fire! Until she notices me.
Yeah, she knows.
Shit.
Hey, Ma. I need help. I had to lose my druid staff as a consequence from being a hero.
That druid staff was an heirloom.
Yeah, it came from nature, I heard. From you, my entire life, as a child. So can you, help me get one back? Can I, go into the forest and, I just get one? Maybe I fight a bear?
Okay. It sounds like you're testing circles.
Okay. Hooray! I don't know what that means, but alright.
It means you need to do an OB2 circles check to enlist your mother to help you get a new staff.
Okay. How do I test circles? What's a circle?
That's
I
one of
believe your
your
rating is 3.
abilities you start with. next to health and will and the resources.
Oh, I do have circles 3.
Yes.
Perfect. Do I get to add dice to this roll somehow?
Only if you spend your things.
What things, Peter? Be
Do
specific.
you want to spend the persona to add your
Well, you're
nature?
yelling at Peter because you don't know the rules.
Exactly what's happening. This is our relationship. It's metastasized and turned cancerous. So I spend a persona point to get my nature. It's in Possum's nature to help their kids go into the forest to get druid statues.
Did you write that down under your racial traits?
Oh my god, I don't have to make it a whole thing. Wait a minute.
He did write be pitiable.
Yeah.
Then yes,
There
it
it
is within your nature.
As long as I have no dignity. Dice. Need some dice. There we go. Put it all in here.
So now you're rolling 9 instead of 3.
Oh.
Need to find all your dice, Devon, because
Yeah.
we'll need it for the Mutoid game.
I know. Oh, that's a whole thing. It's all there. Okay, so I spent a persona. Oh, they're so valuable, and I only got 1 left after this. They're so valuable. Okay, nature, 6 dice, 9 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Blam! Oh shit, there's a lot of 6s. Is there a power for ruling 6s? Like a
Yes.
fate die?
Yeah, but as long as you get at least 2,
Is there a reward for getting more?
no.
You
It's
should have
pass-fail.
You should have
1,
declared that
2,
you can hear.
I hate
Really
pass
awesome.
fail. I wish it was incremental success. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
See, if this was Star Trek, you'd bang those extra ones into the pool you could spend later.
Fuck, I would.
Okay, so you wait around the house for a bit, and then eventually your mother comes tromping back. You become aware of her return because there is a soft chorus, as if of angels, in the background, sort of hauling out, done by like various like crickets and cicadas, and the door is opened by a mass of vines that curls up underneath it, twists the knob, rolls it around, and then bestows itself on a carpet of roses. And she walks in holding aloft a mighty stave.
Yay!
Thanks, Mom.
Here.
Like, thank you, Ma. You're like the best Ma ever.
Don't lose it.
I promise I won't, unless it's to be heroic.
You notice she has attached like one of those
String.
little,
Like a mitten string?
like a little mitten
yeah,
string.
all my
to it.
clothes have them.
Yeah, that hooks onto your cuff
Yeah, there
and then goes to the staff.
Perfect. Do.
Okay, let's check.
And I'll hang out at home doing chores, as is my way.
What would be a good social check or something?
You could come make it so I don't have a hangover when I wake up.
Wait, checks you got left, Peter?
Yeah.
4.
Christ.
I still do.
You still have some bunch too.
I haven't made any. I've made a single check.
Yeah, so you guys should go back. Actually, maybe we should go to Mark and then to you.
So
Maybe it doesn't make a difference.
I mean the only problem is the only thing I could really use right now is a shield. So let's do a few things here. I'm going to look around the area immediately outside of the town, as my character is a survivalist. And actually, let's do this in order. First off, I'm going to go to one of these. Hey, there's all of these possums who are holding me up.
Yeah.
And excuse me, would one of you mind showing me some of the plants and stuff around here? I've not been in too many swamps before, and I thought you might know.
You want plants or you want plants?
Well, I was hoping for plants that are useful. And
Yeah.
yes, I know this is fun.
Okay, useful plants. Like you wanna go somewhere?
Well, I do travel a lot.
All right.
I mean, I am an adventurer now. I guess I get into all sorts of crazy situations.
Just come with me. I know a guy.
All right, so persuasion.
Sure.
One success.
Okay. Yeah, just follow me this way.
And I'm sure that's going to segue either into survivalists, which is what I was hoping for, but it's way more likely to segue into resources.
He takes you to a familiar-looking hut.
Oh, okay.
And you hear a knock on the door.
Hello.
It's one of your childhood friends.
Hey, how you doing, Smash Face?
Not too bad, Tin Toot. Not too bad. Look, I got a guy here. He's looking for plants.
We have like a lot of plants.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Here's the guy.
Oh,
What kind of plants are you looking for?
I was looking for things that might help us in the future. There's lots of stuff you should stockpile on when there's fires.
But do you have like a list? Because I'm not doing the job for you.
Well, yeah,
I'm a grocery store, not a delivery service. You gotta pick it from the shelf. Or give it to me, because this is the period of time where grocery store clerks actually fill the bag for you, but you have to give them a list.
Oh,
Back in the day, that's used to be how it worked. You give them a list, they go behind the shelf, stock for you, give it to you.
Bucky is sort of just, yeah, I was just looking for if what was like the equivalent of like salvewort from the forest.
The equivalent of salvewort is salve.
That grows in the swamps?
Yes, it's a plant. Plants grow.
That's good.
Do you have another example?
So I like again.
I'm looking for like fly agate mushroom. Yeah, we have that. It's called fly agate mushroom. It's like, do you have any redwood leaves? Yes, they're called redwood leaves. A lot of that.
Okay, all right. So I'm sure glad that was a really useful check. I'll just mark that as a success, and then we will go look for some plants.
What did you get? Did you get a reward from that?
You only got one success. That was a fail.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you get to count as a fail though.
Yeah. He did not take you to really what you were looking for. He took you to someone who you already knew.
Yes.
Perfect.
As God intended.
Next check.
I should recover my tired condition.
Okay.
So maybe I'll go with my little followers to, what do they do to relax here, or something. Have some local festival, maybe? Small things, or I don't know.
What do they do to relax here?
They
Drugs.
hang out playing instruments, having a buzz on, and like just having like a communal party. They'll do potlucks and shit. People like baking and cooking and bringing over
They
food.
take you to throw rocks at bottles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're talking about kids or adults? Because kids will take bottles and throw bottles at people's houses and not get caught. They're called bottle kids.
Well, then I guess we'll do that.
Sorry, I didn't realize what the audience was.
Yeah, he's made an impact on the impressionable youth.
There you go. Yeah.
Now we'll hang out with them, talk about, the gods.
Let me just sit down backwards for a second.
Yeah, something like that.
So what kind of test are you trying to make?
To get rid of tired.
So you have to make a
OB2
OB2 health check. And the context of how you're doing it is through relaxation.
Yep.
Okay.
That's, OB2 health. That's
Okay, so you run around with the little scamps, you throw a lot of bottles at houses, you have a grand old time, and you're feeling rested and rejuvenated, as if you were young again.
I am young. I'm 4 years old or something.
For a Jervian, that's old.
No, that's still like, underage. What's up? Anyone else?
Yep. I'm going to go looking for plants now that I know that there is relatively the same things, and it's going to look for, and I'm sure there's plants and stuff that are used to for fires and stuff like that that are going to be very helpful. We're going to be not medicinal ones because we're probably covered
For fires or fire suppression?
fire suppression.
Okay. So we'll make it a 2.
Okay. Oh, hey, 2 successes.
Okay, so you managed to find a lot of damp, mossy clusters that sort of grow just on the waterline of trees. They're very brackish and porish and sponge-like, and they absorb a lot of water. And they can be tossed onto a flame, and they'll effectively douse it.
Good stuff. I'll write that down under gear.
Okay. So maybe we should hang out with the mayor of the town and, I don't know, test my administrator so we can go over the plans for the logistics of what happens if some things catch on fire, or how we'll be dealing with the bats.
Sure.
Let's put out a roleplay check.
Sold.
Yeah, solve the puzzle matriarch. Yep.
Okay. Okay, so what do you want to do exactly?
Might as well get, an administrative check-in, so I guess talk with her over the logistics of how we'll be preparing for this, fire bats attacking and so on. Yes.
Okay, so you want to help streamline her logistics, get the supply chain set up, get the appropriate population in the correct areas.
Yeah.
Ready?
Here
Sure.
I just got drunk and passed out.
Are you looking for a difficult check or an easy one?
An easy one.
Okay. So for an easy one, all you're really doing is you're going to be going over the city registry and then just sort of going and making sure that everyone is accounted for, so that nobody is missing or at large when the Ember Bats arrive. So that is just a 1.
Okay. Should we roleplay something out?
Sure.
Fail. Huzzah. I'll need one of those
Okay.
too.
So she says, all right, all of the files are just over in the cabinet. Just take a look. Shouldn't be too difficult. For someone of your learning and scholastic nature and, the reputation you've gained in town here, I'm sure you will find this task beneath you, yet I appreciate you tackling it. And you go and you pick up the records, and it is just chicken scratch. You cannot read anything.
Huh. I was expecting it to be this
Sometimes they're like little pictograms, other times they're just squiggles. A few times it seems to be like an arrow pointing in the direction of maybe a person was standing at that given time.
This is more of a technical drawing than the census. I have studied some Mapa, writings and language, but I don't. I'm having problems here. I think this is a technical drawing of some building. Should this be listing how many people live there, or what's the load bearing here?
Well, yeah. I mean, look. It's clear, plain as day. There are 3 windows, hence there are 3 people inside. You can even see their little smiling faces.
Okay, that's unusual.
That's just how we do it here.
Well, yes, I guess.
Also, you're holding it upside down.
This is the upside down house. Well, I did hear from Tintu that you tend to rotate your houses around every now and then, so yeah, I guess that would make sense. So, how many people do you have in this town? How many?
About 274.
Oh, that's
Plus,
cool.
minus 50 to 60.
Such a big amount!
Is it because it's harder to count, or do they come and
3
go
minis.
like that?
Between you and me, I find Mapache youth all kind of look alike.
Ah.
It's a little difficult to get an accurate count.
Well, that plus, all of them tend to hang on to one another, so...
Look,
Okay, groups.
you're a man of learning,
Yes.
correct? So you can just solve this mathematically. A Mapache youth will throw 4 to 5 bottles every half an hour and run around in a 5-mile radius. So what you need to do is head out and do a circuit of the town, count up the broken bottles, and from that, derive the amount of youths who've been active in the last hour. Do that every hour of the next day, and you will find the number of youth in the village. For you, it should be simple.
Mathematical. Well, if I only was a cleric rather than a clergyman, maybe. Okay. Who else wants to take something?
I
Do you
got
have a
it
checklist?
next.
Okay.
I got one left. Sorcery this time.
Okay.
Alright, who else here knows I'm gonna go into the forest and commune with nature.
Everyone except for Mark knows magic.
I know magic, but
I'm gonna go into the forest
And he's
commune
like, you know,
with nature.
The chosen
Okay.
one, birthed from whatever.
So what are you doing exactly?
I strip completely naked, bring my druid staff, imbibe a bunch of ritualistic ingredients, and go into a sort of deep meditative trance to become more one with the earth.
So that is a
Swamp.
ritual check.
Cool. Is that spellcasting though?
Well, it's still spellcasting, but
Good.
it's a ritual as opposed to sorcery.
You know, sorcery.
No, sorcerer stat has to go up.
Yeah. So you want to more
Someone
cast a
needs.
spell.
Alright, I'll do everything I just said, and then I'll also cast fucking Flame Strike, the cleric fire holy spell.
Okay. And you want to do that without damaging anything?
That's a swampy.
Do you want to pass or fail?
I want to pass.
you want to
Easy.
light it on fire.
Okay.
What that looks
Um,
like is dependent on the context.
To just summon it, let's make it a 2.
Alright. So I
You
get
were
2
doing
dice.
it with reckless abandon.
Yeah. So I get 2 dice for sorcery and 1 automatic success for my staff.
Okay.
Perfect. I can't lose. Give me 2 dice, please. Mark. Marky mark. 4 to 5.
Okay.
Marky mark.
So you are out gathering the little like moss brush stuff that grows on trees, when all of a sudden there is a plume of fire that just rockets down right next to you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's not good. A plume of fire from nowhere, you
From
said.
the heavens.
From the heavens. Well,
Wow, heaven's that.
wish I had time to prepare for this.
Someone should have a soundboard up with all the sounds prepared and just have a
Yeah,
one
someone
people-
should, Pete.
Well, I did have it for mine and told you exactly what to get.
You're gonna have to tell me all over again because I forgot every step. Can you write an article about it so we can read that and reference it for later solving problems ourselves? Like a KD article?
Oh no. I need to stop putting Mark in danger.
Danger
No, I'm not
sound.
going to continue on. Unfortunately, the I don't know what happened to the actual sound. How?
Fuck.
Oh my god, what's
It's
happening?
playing a YouTube video trying to find that, you know.
There we go.
We all know what geese sound like.
So yes, there is a freak out, and Bucky will immediately run the hell and start basically screaming that there is now a fire in the village
The boy who yelled fire.
because there was fire from the
Yeah.
sky.
It's like the werewolf.
The sky is literally falling.
Okay, everyone mobilizes into action, starts grabbing buckets, looking out, waiting for it to come through the forest, for anything
But
to ignite, but it fails to materialize. You get a lot of side eyes and stink eyes.
Look, I'm sitting here and this thing fell.
Servants.
Blink, blink.
So fleety.
How many checks do we have left?
I have two.
Got two.
Okay, so take us home, guys.
Well, I think that Bucky's a little bit unnerved by that, and he needs to get back into the game. So he's going to pull out his axe, and he is going to do some practicing.
Okay.
So I'm just going to try and do a straight fighter test, and just basically...
Sure. Just Obi-Wan.
There we go. Yep, there, that is a success.
I'll make some difficult ritual to try to protect us from the fire bats coming. Because I think
Okay.
some fails. So,
So you try and put the entire town under a dome of elemental fire protection,
yeah.
which is OB5.
Huzzah. I got 3 successes. Yeah. Not enough.
Okay. So you go through your long, complicated ritual. The air shimmers. sort of hardens, fades to nothing. It doesn't take effect, but all of the kids 100% convinced that it did.
We're fireproof. Take that, fire bat. I reject Fire Christ. Go, Mark.
Last check.
I'm going to either go buy a shield now that I'm a little bit better known in the town, or a bow if there's absolutely no shields in town. I don't care which.
Okay.
Which I'd rather a shield. But...
OB2 resources check for a shield.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so you take some of your hard-earned money, you walk into a local weapon store, plunk it down on the counter, and walk away with a nice new shield.
Neat.
Last check, then we'll do goals.
Huzzah.
Fine, I'll try to make another ritual. That's very difficult. Put another shield out. Bat shield. That's 2 successes as well. Raise my ritual up to 5. Boom.
Okay. Kids, again, convinced that it works. One of them runs over to a trowel, lifts it up, and just upends it. Don't need this anymore!
Don't be too hasty.
They're so powerful.
Okay, goals.
Huzzah.
Go around.
Set a fire.
Your goal cannot be your instinct.
What? Says who? Show me the rule.
You have to have different things for belief, instinct, and goals.
Show me the rule that a dog cannot play basketball.
It's like that one. Just like in Mage, you cannot have a goal to go and have an adventure. Because the whole game is about
Fine.
adventure.
It will not be the same as my instinct. My goal will be...
Make something hotter than it was before.
That's around the fire.
Set more things on fire.
No.
Sell drugs.
So yours is learn something new?
Learn something new.
I'm going to take learn something new as well.
Jeez.
I think after that
Yeah.
embarrassing display,
Yeah.
Bucky would like to prove his bravery.
Prove bravery.
Now whenever you learn something new, I'll just glomp on.
I also learned that.
I was also...
Well, so we'll probably be dealing with the fire bats, then maybe my goal should be to save some people in
Are
the
these
village.
actually fire bats we're talking about? Because now you're just talking about space marines from StarCraft. Like, this is such a more serious challenge in my head. They got the fucking cigar in.
Flavor ready.
I want these to be bats that are just carrying flames.
Like the Keese from Legend of Zelda.
Could be a keist with a flamethrower.
Fire Keese actually die in rain. Like, if it's raining and they're on fire, they just fucking explode. It's great.
So assuming that we'll be fighting the fire bats, my goal is to save some people from the fire bats.
Some people. I don't want to do all of them. Just some.
It's important to be realistic.
I have like a
Realistic
few
goals.
to go.
I want a goal that you can achieve. Smart goal.
This is specific, measurable, attainable,
Yeah.
realistic,
Attainable.
and time specific.
Timely. Something.
These have to be doable and short. There was this TV show that had a whole thing about that.
I mean, she just did a whole thing.
Yeah, it's specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time.
Yeah, but there's a quote from a TV show where they're like, no, we're only goals that are... Community did it. Your thing was good, but I was just trying to remember.
Something that can be achieved in 20 to 30 minutes.
This was part of becoming a realtor. They taught me that. I was
Yeah.
like, well, this will help me sell houses.
It's also in like every therapy ever.
Okay. So you guys finish your various tasks amongst the village and wake up from your respective investigations.
Do I have any
Next day.
conditions from being hungover?
No.
Okay, thank God. I feel great.
You cannot cripple yourself in your player's turn.
Good to know.
Oh, don't worry, Peter. We know your trick. Giving dice.
Yeah.
I'd like to give you all
Watch your
advice.
story never advance, Tyler.
And Jacqueline is eager to head out as soon as possible. Now that you guys have laden up your carts with all of the helpful medicinal herbs, she wants to be on her way as soon as possible.
I fucking swore an oath to protect this fucking
Yes.
Did you need to protect it?
I mean, just because you swore off doesn't mean that you can do anything.
do it. No.
Breaker.
So Sorry, I can erase all of the positive and negative marks next to my character's traits, right?
Yes,
they're
because
resets.
we're in a new session.
Yeah.
You just have to not come back to this town ever again.
I mean,
Otherwise, blood vengeance.
But it is early morning, and on the horizon you see the flickering glow of ember bats starting to swarm in towards the town.
wait, they're that close? We can see their faces?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like immediate.
Yes.
Oh, but so we can't.
They are attacking the town.
So we can't just leave.
Well,
I mean,
you could.
You could, except that you've sort of.
I mean, whenever
Oh,
there's
what's
a,
an
I mean, I didn't like. What's it? Oh, my nature is to deceive.
Zig-
whenever there's a
I'm very
conflict,
flighty.
you're free to set your goal to whatever. So your goal could be escape the town, and so on and so on. What are the odds? They're coming right here for us. They're coming from so far away because they're going for any other little
There
town.
were multiple swarms that spread out in various directions, and you've seen smoke and fires from all over the forest. But yes, conveniently, a swarm happened to head right towards you. In fact, they're heading right towards Mr. Smallpox.
No, when I
What are the odds?
question, when I read in my tome in the last session about the ember bats,
Yeah.
did I learn anything about them that they're weak against, or that would help me in this battle?
They're not big fans of water.
Cool. I know what I'm doing. Torrential downpour. Initiate.
So what are you guys up to? Jacqueline wants to hoof it.
Jacqueline Wood.
Yeah.
I think we
Guys,
can't.
like,
I think
this
we need
is-
to fight these things.
Well, Jacqueline,
There's the possum patrol here. It's not our problem. We've got supplies that we need to get.
I have a little problem because it actually is my problem.
But I mean,
I've made it my problem.
Like, it's a small problem, but it is my problem. And I did swear like a little itsy bitsy off. Just a little tiny one to, like, on my life protect this place so that I could get some alcohol.
we've got like a week to get this slime to Alderheart before it destabilizes.
It'll take 10 minutes to dispel these bats.
Well, if we don't protect this town and it gets burned down, other hand we have another 250 plus minus 50 possums heading its way.
No, just the sum that I save.
Minus whoever perishes in this thing, but hopefully not that many. I think we can spare an afternoon. Or morning.
I think we will.
Yeah, I'm not going to leave. I mean, this is our friend's hometown, too.
So what's your
I
plan?
don't think he really cares.
The possum patrol is starting to like fire slings and arrows at the swarm of approaching bats.
I would like to start with a giant torrential downpour.
I was also going to cast Giant Torrential Downpour, some of the Nature Wizard.
Let us commune
Well,
a giant
okay,
torrential
so-
downpour.
So you guys are gonna like try and start doing ritual stuff.
Yeah, basically,
The term is spellcast.
This is
Bucky's
sorcery.
not the brightest guy, but he knows adventure stuff.
I know
And
you're
he knows
sure.
that the job of a brave warrior, I mean meat shield, is to stand in front of the people doing the Oogie Boogie ritual and intersecting
Go over
the
there and
shield.
die for us.
As you guys are discussing your plans, the meteor begins to wake up.
Oh,
The meteor is alive? What the hell?
Yeah, it
Yeah, like
starts
Talos is.
We didn't.
to shake and crack and shift forms into a large magma elemental.
You know, this is getting a little complicated and I think we should leave now.
I told you we were going to mention the meteor, Mark.
Mark?
I think my oath is filled.
So I'll shapeshift into a
It
water
didn't seem
elemental
that
and I'm going to
important.
fight the meteor.
Okay.
Shit, yeah.
So you guys have two conflicts. You have the bats,
Yep.
and you have the magma elemental. You can divide yourselves into teams accordingly, and we'll swap between the two.
I think
I'll take Mark.
I think I'm fighting the magma elemental because it's a point blank range,
Yeah,
and it's going to
exactly.
be way more.
The bats, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. So it's gonna be great.
You can spell
Spellcasting.
I'm just gonna be just doing sorcery stuff.
but I can't do anything with the bats.
Take a shoe with bows in.
I have a just beautiful
That would be, there's
idea.
two small problems with that plan.
How many bats?
I don't
are
have a
there?
bow and
A
I don't
swarm.
have arrows.
Can I conjure a swarm?
A couple over there, by those three Noskins, by the Dom Job.
This is galaxy brain right here.
Swim of water man.
Someone charging
Sound
10
biting.
strips of gold pressed lines.
Okay, who is the captain for each conflict?
I am the captain for my conflict.
Of course he is.
I am the captain for my conflict, and you should
My character
not
is the
feel
GM.
good about that.
As long as your goal is not to run away.
My goal is to, I don't know. We'll figure it out along the
I
way.
guess we should pause and do the upkeep to.
And we're back.
Okay, so we've set up the conflicts. Luna and Pipsqueak are fighting the Ember Bats with magic. Tintooth and Buck are going after the Magma Elemental. We've locked in our various actions. The goal of the Ember Bats is to set the entire town aflame. The goal of Luna and Pip is to eliminate the Ember Bats. The goal of the Elemental is to engulf a person in flames. And the goal of Tin and Buck is to imprison the Magma Elemental. To start off with, the Ember Bats are attacking.
And we are so smart that we are going to make a big fog so they cannot see us. We are so smart. Yeah, I'm going to use my sorcery, make a big fog, and they don't see it.
Is the fog in the shape of butterflies?
Yes. The fog can really look hard. It's just a bunch of little foggy butterflies that are making fog when they flap their little wings. Alright, so I'm going to roll my sorcery. Wait, do I roll for this, or does it just...
Yes, you roll. But because you're fainting on their attack, they don't get to roll.
Yep.
3?
Yep. And your weapon does what?
Oh, one more. Wait, my weapon is -1d.
All that.
Finish?
-1
Yeah.
Okay, so roll again, -1 die.
All ones.
Watch it. 3 passes.
3. Okay, so you reduce their disposition by 3. You set up a great butterfly-ish wall of fog that moves out ahead of the possum patrol just as the Ember Bats swoop in to start doing their dive. You see them streaking like comets through the fog, dive bombing the ground, striking into trees, trying to hit the town, but being completely thrown off by the dense cloud and just impacting
Oh, they worked way better than I thought. I don't think it was actually going to work.
What's their next attack?
The
They are
villagers
fainting.
like, that
Fainting.
doesn't give us a lot of confidence.
You shouldn't have any in the
Meanwhile,
honestly.
back in the ring. Yep,
So
that's
after-
the great hero that was at my bar.
After their aborted attack, all of the Ember Bats fly up into the air, into the sort of early morning dusk, and cloak themselves with their wings so that against the semi-black sky they can't be seen. So they're hiding their little...
Was that fate?
Yeah, that's their feint.
And then we're maneuvering.
Yes, I'm maneuvering, so I like to start preparing some rituals to try to, I don't know, summon some winds to throw them up towards, like concentrate them, I suppose, for attack. And I'll use my short against myself because I'm so small and they're so far away.
God damn you, Peter. Can't be a team player.
I am a team player. We're doing really good. Yeah. 1 success.
They got 3 successes. So they reduce your disposition by 3.
Shouldn't that be by 2? Oh no, because we got +1 damage.
But it's individuals. They accomplish their goal and I accomplish my goal.
Yeah, it's not versus.
So I complete by margin of success, -1 disadvantage on their next action.
And
Maneuver.
now.
Okay? Their last action is to attack.
And
They
New
all
attack.
sweep out their wings, ignite once again into blazes of fire, and start streaking towards the village
I am
with
going.
-1 die.
Okay, so the
I
way.
feel that we both succeed, and then
You better, because I rolled a success on every dice I rolled.
well,
Oh,
Okay,
So
so,
then-
Bye-bye,
my
Dan.
plan is I'm attacking, so I get 1 dice, that's 6 dice here, for here, and then I want to use my nature by spending a persona point. So I want to roll 12 dice
Okay?
on this attack.
succeed on half of them so that we both tie at the same time.
That is my goal. I'm gonna dump a persona point. I'm gonna literally, with all the power, Luna looks like she's like going Super Saiyan up at this bitch.
What does your weapon do?
It's +1 dice, which gives me from 5 to 6.
Dice or success?
Oh,
Because
it's
if you have an axe, it's a free
plus 1 on
success.
S2 attack.
S means success.
So roll 11 dice, and you get
11
one
dice.
automatic success.
1 on that success.
Come on, 5 successes.
Ah! And I don't even look real. I just look
So-
like a mythical bird.
What are you doing? What spell are you casting?
I am okay. So imagine for every ember bat, I have conjured a water elemental like butterfly that is going to 1v1 them in the sky. Like super,
Tiny mittens made out of butterflies.
and they're like gonna extinguish the light from their souls. Or not. Or yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This would be a good time to use a fate point and re-roll those 6s because you have 3 of them.
I'm gonna use a fate.
Okay,
point.
how many did you get?
I have 3 6s.
So 4 successes.
Oh no, sorry, 5 successes.
So that's enough to
Yeah, but
No, they're
You
at
could use
6.
fate.
no. I need to use a fate.
One success.
How many fate points should I
from
use?
this.
That's right.
I should use.
So, okay,
You get your automatic success, so you reduce them to 0.
so we're both at 0 at the same time.
And
Tie.
if you use a fate point, does it roll 1 die or all of the dice that are 6?
All of the 6s.
So, if
But she doesn't have to because she's already. They've
What
already
if she
tied.
won?
There is no way of putting this individual thing. They succeeded at getting us to 0. We succeeded at getting them down to 0. There's no
Oh, or I thought
other
they were-
There's
outcome
nothing
here.
past that.
Yeah, so they're gonna set the town on fire and you kill them.
Well,
They did the
we're going
kamikaze.
to compromise.
Oh, okay.
Well, since we tied, it doesn't. Don't we both accomplish our goals at the same time?
Yes.
So there's no compromise. Sounds like we've killed them and they set the town on fire by them. I don't know, impacting kamikaze rounds.
Yeah.
I
So
suppose.
you send up your water butterflies, and they each collide with one of the ember bats, and the shock of water kills each one instantly. But their spiny little bodies tumble out of control, and they're still sparking and smoking, and they collapse into the various houses, and everywhere fires start to sprout up.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And we'll go to you guys.
Okay, so should we pause?
Do you have your
Sure.
actions
I've
prepared?
got.
And we're back.
Okay, so where are you guys?
So we are by the meteor that's turned into a lava monster, and we are going to coordinate together and try to wrestle it into the pit it crashed in and bury it under like junk and dirt and like imprison it and turn it into a barbecue pit.
Okay.
That is our stakes. We want to capture it, and it wants to set someone on fire.
Yeah. Doesn't care who. Just someone.
Someone.
Throw an orphan in there.
Why don't we bring one of our enemies?
Well, we do have each other.
Yeah.
It's not that type of game.
No, we have
So-
games.
It is maneuvering, then attacking, then attacking.
Oh boy. Alright, so it's attack time. Which means using this nice cheat sheet Peter provided for me, or maybe you provided for me, who knows, I will tap my long tail trait and trip over my long tail and give him 2 dice for 2 checks.
Okay.
You should also do this.
That gives you 2
We're
checks.
throwing the fight, aren't we?
We're not throwing the fight, but he's gonna get 4 dice.
We're not helping it either.
So just pick a trait and throw
Sure,
him.
No, you're.
Okay.
It's you versus him right now.
Right. Yeah, to do it on your turn, or maybe don't, because you might actually live. Let's do it. It's fine. I need the dice, please. Give me the trait. Whole trait. Thank you.
So you get 2 checks.
Awesome. I'm gonna fight him, shapeshift into a water elemental, with fighter.
Okay.
3 dice. 2 successes.
So you reduce his disposition by 2.
Aw, yeah.
He is kind of standing there, just kind of doing like a flame on thing, getting all stoked up. You run in as a water elemental, start boxing at him. You douse him a little, set off some steam. But he is all charged up and raring to go now. He is going to both impede you and gain position.
Oh boy.
Super good.
So next is attack versus.
I am going to. No, I'm maneuvering, right?
Yeah.
I'm maneuvering.
Okay, so roll your maneuver dice.
Okay, I am going to use labor to force him into
The pit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I guess I'll positively invoke again because it seems to be like it's a major thing.
You earned 2 checks. This is a versus test.
So should I invoke?
Invoke everything. I'm just looking at these dice. Just do everything that you can.
Okay. Yeah. I'm,
Like, if you can make it so there's 6 extra dice, that would be great.
the only problem is adding a bunch of extra dice to a maneuver check is kind of useless because you can only do 1 or 2 things, right? Like, right?
Well, you think I don't think it
You're
matters.
not. Well, you're using a trait against yourself, right?
No.
That's what Devin did.
Oh, sorry. I thought that's what you were doing.
I could potentially do that. Should I? Yes, because it's worth 2.
We can use
If
it
you
to
want 2 checks.
remove 1 die from yours or add 2 dice to their pool.
Let me put it this way: you're eating the dirt this turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take the negative.
Oh, did he roll really well?
Yeah, the fight's over.
How over could it be?
Oh, it's over.
It's over. Doesn't matter what I roll.
I'm not gonna get my 2 extra checks in my end, though.
0 successes.
It's over.
Okay. So you guys are reduced to 0. You come in ready to like labor him, and he just ignites in a massive gout of flame and backhands you clear across the town square.
Great.
So
Great.
minor compromise.
Okay.
I will let you guys pick who is engulfed in flames.
Oh, of course it's me. Doesn't make any other sense. Doesn't not make any sense.
I
Could be
would.
anything.
I could be involved in flames.
Okay.
I heard that it's really delicious to have cooked.
You don't count though because he's in the fight with us. I thought.
Oh, wait, I thought.
So
we're
you
segregated fights.
are injured
Okay, so
and
one
on fire.
Yeah,
Some molten slag as he backhands you, and it coats your body, and you are consumed and burning, and sort of having accomplished his little action, the molten elemental starts to stalk off into the swamp.
Hooray!
He is bored with this burning village.
And I'm not going to bother playing it, but that's basically what you're hearing, and I think it's justified. So
Please play it.
I am on
I
fire.
can do it. It's so loud.
Okay, and now we are in the aftermath.
Everything's
we've
on fire,
finished our
including one
conflicts.
of our party members.
Yeah, Buck is on fire. The village is burning, but the Ember Bats are dead, and the Molten Elemental is walking away. People are running around, helter-skelter. They're grabbing buckets. They're upending the troughs of water. They're, beating the flames with thatch. There's a lot of smoke, a lot of chaos.
Bucky has a plan for this. He
Okay.
kind of thought this might happen, so he's going to use his fire suppression plants on himself.
Okay.
So I know that's not going to reduce the consequence, but he is no longer actually on fire.
Yeah, you go and you dive into your stockpile of mossy, wet
Yeah.
underwoods.
Can I use my butterflies to start trying to put out the fires on the buildings, or is that something that we're allowed to do right now? Or
Yeah, let's start putting out the fire that we didn't start.
yeah, we didn't do this. I'm gonna use I want to redirect my butterflies to go start to put out the fires on the buildings themselves.
Okay. Give me a sorcery. You've been tapping your magic pretty heavy, so
I'm
it's going to
always
be
doing-
OB4.
I'm always tapping my magic. All right. Now. What are fate points? Can I use a magic wise? Here? Is that how it works? I'm so bad at this game.
So you should pull up that little cheat sheet that I linked in the Discord, and at the very bottom, it explains how you use your wises. What are the rest of you doing?
I guess I'm just helping put out fires, stop the devastation.
Okay, laborer check.
I'll also try putting out the fires with laborer, but I'm
Okay.
small, so carrying a bucket is cumbersome. Extra check. How's that? One
Okay,
success.
It's 3.
Okay, Bucky going to do the same thing. He's going to need. That's kind of his
Same
thing.
difficulty for all of you because you're all doing the same thing.
So
I'm
difficult.
gonna roll these.
3?
Yep.
Oh, I
Fail.
got penalties there, don't I?
I passed.
Yes, all skills.
Nice.
No. Oh, yeah, skills usually up.
So you raise your hands to the heaven and merge your fog butterflies and your water elementals
They're
into
butterflies.
water elemental butterflies into a larger butterfly cloud that starts to sweep slowly over the village, raining droplets of butterflies
Yeah, they
onto the
butterflies
fires.
that
What's
rain
the difficulty?
butterflies.
3.
Okay, no.
This sounds legit.
No as well?
Nope. Bucky is not Actually, I could spend a fate point. I've got 2 6s on here.
I mean, don't you want to give those fails on the laborer to increase it?
It's gonna take so long to raise it, and
I mean, you'll be getting closer.
I don't care.
Okay.
I want to succeed on the test. Like, no, but like it's like raising your stats in a game that just doesn't seem like.
Why else would you play a game?
We need to optimize.
There we go. So 4 successes.
Okay. And what about you?
The dice please?
Of course.
And I guess I'm rolling magic to help put out the fire. So I've got anything else.
Wait, did I not put out
I
the fire?
thought you were using labor, but you
I
can
don't
use
have
magic
labour.
instead.
Druids don't get laborer.
That doesn't mean you can't use it.
Which means you suck at it.
Alright, I'll roll no dice because I don't have labor.
Beginner's luck or whatever it's called.
Well,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean I roll
Or,
dice.
I mean, if you want to use magic instead, you can use magic.
I do want to use magic instead because pass or fail gives me checks.
How many times have you used magic in this session,
I don't
then?
know, you keep track. I got 2 successes.
That's going to be a fail.
Oh.
Aww.
But didn't I put out the fire?
What are you... You're
Yes.
putting out fires.
Oh, I am doing
Yeah,
it.
everyone wants to do the
I'm
same
putting out
task.
the fire, everybody. It's not a big deal.
But like if you had all succeeded, then the fires would pretty much be out. If you all failed, it would be an inferno. Since you guys have got a kind of a mixed bag, there are sections of the town that are under control. Other areas are starting to catch and light onto others.
We have to keep trying.
Well, it's working. It's just it's taking you some time. You spend the rest of the day basically fighting fires before you finally get the town under control into sort of a smoking, husking ember, and you are all tired.
I want to read my book about that magma elemental and learn something about it. That's something that I have not.
That's something you can do on player's turn.
I've learned a very valuable lesson about magma elementals. They
Is that-
really suck.
Well,
Okay, so people
Fire
are
hot.
shell-shocked. They're walking around. You know, people are digging through the rubble, looking for their possessions, trying to salvage what was left. The people who were lucky enough to be in the houses that weren't immediately burned or were put under control quickly are celebrating their good fortune. Well, those who were not are commiserating.
Wait, so the people that are okay are like actively celebrating in front of the people that aren't?
You never met
Just need to
bosses
be clear
before,
about
huh?
this.
take that, McCoys.
They're gloating that their house didn't burn. Okay.
And then the children are going, oh, I had it checked. I thought we were fireproof.
to the fire shield? The fire shield was going to save us all.
Did anybody die?
No, it only
Yes.
protected the righteous.
Plus minus 50 people.
How many people died?
But you'd have to count the bodies.
I'd like to count them.
Roll an administrative check.
Real watership down up in here.
So night is falling.
Sorry?
Night is falling. Most people don't have shelter.
Is it warm though? Like, are we okay?
It's a warm
I
swamp.
mean, there's
It's a
fires.
temperate swamp.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
they
there's
just, like,
smoldering embers.
Yeah, they can cozy up on the smoldering embers of their home, right?
Well, we can't solve all the problems, but at least we saved a lot of people.
Did Craig's place burn down?
No.
Cool. We should all get drunk at Craig's place. I met this really cool guy named Craig, and he like got me like great alcohol.
Pipsqueak is underage.
But like,
Who checks the IDs?
I like know a guy who knows a guy, and basically that guy is Craig, and Craig knows me. So that's how it worked. We go to the bar, and we could maybe like get a bit of rest and like maybe like I don't know, you know, drink and stuff.
So initially, Jacqueline was operating under the assumption that the Luma was in charge. But now she sort of bypasses the Luma and goes up to Pipsqueak and says, you know, we really need to get going. If you guys are done being heroes.
Yeah, I think we're done here. There's nothing else we can do. Unless we want to enroll some people to come with us to all their hearts. I don't think.
I don't think
That's what the
overheard
council like.
needs more people to seek refuge. Or we could tell them all to seek refuge there and totally fuck over the council. What do you think?
I think the council would hate it.
Well, we don't need to tell them that we did it.
I think Jacqueline will tell the council
Will
everything.
you tell them, Jacqueline?
There is a member of the Perch Guard
Yes.
Will you
with
tell
you,
them?
who is like with Jacqueline, just like glowering at you.
But like
Right
you're
now?
not gonna say anything, right?
My job is to say things.
We could cut your tongue out. You couldn't do that. I'm just.
Why would you do that?
Well, I'm not saying we're going to. I'm saying that like the potential thing could happen. You trip, you fall, you break your tongue, it fall out. Oh, whoopsie daisy, you're in trouble now.
It sounds like you're threatening a member of the Perch Guard.
I'm not saying shit. I'm just saying things happen sometimes.
The Birdfolk justice is brutal but just. I don't know.
I mean, I'm joking. Ha ha.
Roll intimidate.
I'm so funny.
Mystics sure are strange.
Yeah, well, we really should be leaving, but I'm not sure it's entirely wise to set out at night.
That's what I was thinking.
Unless you think you can handle it.
My butterflies light up sometimes, so like there's no nighttime that I
I think we can cast some light and try heading off in shame.
In shame?
I mean, look at this place. It's worse than
I
we
mean,
came
like
in.
they didn't all die. Isn't that like good?
Could have been better.
Everything could always be better. Like this fella could not fall, trip, and break out his tongue.
Well, I'll tell the laborers to start getting the wagons prepared.
Okay.
We'll meet you at the edge of town.
Well, I guess we'll say our goodbyes and.
I'd like to say goodbye to Craig.
I think you mean this alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Benny's gonna use, Bucky's going to use some of his money because he desperately needs a very large amount of drink for this trip.
Okay.
Being, horribly burned and all.
I guess I'll check up on Sol then. Yeah.
You head with her to Craig?
Craig is such a good dude. He like totally has the hookup. You know what I mean?
That's good. I'm in extreme pain.
Yeah, he totally ups with that stuff. I didn't feel shit for like 7 hours. I think I passed out.
So Craig has set up various tables in front of the Rat and Whistle, where he is serving food to now homeless possums.
Yep.
Yo, Craig, what's up? It's so good to
It's
see
you again.
Did you
Slept
see
it off?
No, like, did you see me like keep my oath and like help you?
Kind of looks around at the town.
It could have been a lot worse.
Shrugs. I did see you do some pretty impressive magic. I will say that.
I can do more impressive. I will burp and butterflies come out again. Do you remember that one? No, my friend is like hurt and stuff. He needs lots of what you say.
Clean water if possible for these burns. I may be in extreme pain, except I'm using my mighty barbarian rage.
You know what, Craig? I have this really cool idea where
I would be happy to pay you what's left of my money for some sort of potable for my long journey.
No, I saw you rush right at that elemental when it was trying to burn down the village. You need some fresh water. I've got a tub in the back.
Thank you.
You know what would really help his pain if you like slipped in some vodka.
He looks a little young.
You don't card people here, Craig. You didn't card my ass.
He also is like, keep in mind too, he's also like ridiculously huge.
You like maybe like a tub or two. Well, should get a little bit of a buzz.
He'll bankrupt me with his, size.
So what are you doing?
I'll probably meet with Sol, the matriarch, to check up on how she'll be handling this.
Okay. She is in the center of town trying to organize provisions, what's available, and distributing it towards needy families.
Yeah.
She has a couple members of the Possum Patrol who are helping her. They're taking inventory, taking names,
So maybe like it would be good to offer her, hey, we're going to Alderheart. If she wants to, send a letter to the council or whatever, requesting help, you can always take it with us or take some representative, the Possum Patrol.
You're going to Alderheart.
Yes, I mean we have to transport this goo there, and
As
we'll
part of a
expire
caravan.
soon. Yes.
You should take some refugees. We don't have space for them here.
Well,
And she just kind of nods and turns back to what she's doing.
well,
As if the matter is settled.
the council will hate it, but since you're the ruler of this town, well, I cannot say no, I guess.
Good. Where can we assemble them?
And outside of town, just send some letter to the council about them, maybe, just to clear things out, what's going on.
I suppose I could spare some time to put together a quick letter.
Just gonna be chip and scratch. It's
Perfect.
relatable.
Thumbs up.
Totally illegible letter.
Are you doing anything, Tintooth?
Nope, just leaving.
Okay.
Nothing.
Bye, Mom.
Yeah, I'm just going.
I'm not helping at all.
I'm helping in the background, but I'm not doing anything like significant.
Don't say goodbye
Oh,
to your
no.
mother.
I probably did. I got 100 family members. The town burned down again. It's not a big deal. It happens.
Yeah, I know. Why are they so freaked out? I thought this happened all the time.
This happens all the time.
You don't want to take 20
We
of your
do, we
relatives
do.
with you?
Yeah, sure, we'll take whoever. I'll get up. Hey, I just want to say to anyone here who wants to start a new life in a better place,
Oh yeah.
the bird town in the center of the map is taking everyone as refugees.
They love it so much when people that they don't know show
They're
up at the
personally
doors.
offering their homes up to room with you. So
I-
you just go into bird homes and live there. And if they tell you to get out, fight them.
Yeah, and sometimes like they let you have all their money.
Except for this one parakeet who's orange who wants to. He's a budgie and he wants to build a giant wall, bigly wall.
Very big wall.
He's gonna make the small folk.
So you
And
guys,
he wants to drain the swamp.
you guys return to the caravan, where there is Tintooth and let's see, what did I?
50 older.
I would invent a fire force, which I will attack with gasoline-based weaponry.
Where there is Jacqueline, Joseph, who is the hedge, Gregory is the servant, and Arthur, who is the perch guard Gallus, are all at the head of the convoy, which is about 5 wagons that are all loaded up with slime, and just a throng of refugees with little bindles on sticks and assorted possessions and whatever they can carry clustered around them, mobbing the area. And Jacqueline looks pissed.
Well, we're a caravan, and these people seem to want to go, so...
You know this is going to slow us down.
Like we could consider it like extra helpers.
I mean, I mentioned the slime is going to denature.
We must well if they get too slow then they don't come.
Is there a way to preserve? Is perhaps one of the
Can I cast ice magic on it because I'm a druid and slow down the freezing?
Probably.
Alright.
Phew! I want to help.
Okay.
What would you do?
So one of you do sorcery, one of you help. OB3.
Alright, give it to me.
You.
Yeah, you
and
give me
you have
eight.
suddenly frozen all of the slimes, and they are now worthless.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Whatever. Shut up.
We'll get more, it's in this cave right here.
Oh god, I dropped the... Bam. A 6, a 4, and a 6.
Okay, yeah, that'll do it.
Yes, that's a success. I'll put it on my character sheet.
So you wave your hands over the caravan, and little ice crystals form over the slime, and a frosty breeze settles in, and it all just sort of slightly solidifies.
Aha.
Jacqueline turns back to you and says, well, I mean, I guess you've made up your mind. There's no point arguing it. We might as well just get going.
Yeah, let's.
We're so good.
So what are you doing to protect the caravan?
Well, I guess we should take up some watches and...
Protect it from what?
everything. That magma element is throwing
Environment,
things.
bandits,
Oh yeah, there's a giant magna element just rolling.
just rolling around.
We can't do anything about that.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
I mean, which bandits would like to be swarmed by 50, possums? That's good.
I think. Well, I could put a butterfly bubble around us. With like a little windshield that we can look out of. Translucent butterfly bubble? That's what I do, but like they will like stop the weather from hurting us at night.
We can do some blessings.
Then we can just do butterflies.
Okay.
All butterflies.
Butterflies are the best.
I'll use my animal
So
husbandry to
you
try and get
want
some
to create a swarm of butterflies that will fly around and protect the caravan?
Basically, like the idea is maybe like guard us from the elements a little bit, so, and also cloak us, but also be somehow, but they're translucent, so we can see through them. I don't know. It's
Okay.
theory.
It's a long-term spell, so it's going to be a ritual.
Cool. Is that not sorcery?
No.
I don't
That's a
know
ritual.
that.
I've got a ritual.
So I don't have any of that. I really wanted it.
Beginner's luck.
So you can, so you can cast short-term spells, but something that's going to persist and last for a long time is a ritual.
not sorcery.
Oh, okay.
I guess I can, conjure up some ritual and get some blessings from the gods so that, watch out over this caravan of people who's emigrating here.
Okay, so you're going to try and bless the caravan?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll spend a persona point to add my nature, because us Gerbeans are communal and have teamwork. So that's right up there. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Okay, yeah, you knock that out of the park. You get up on top of one of the lead carts and start chanting and waving and lifting your hands up to the heavens. And although it's late at night, the clouds part, and from somewhere sunlight starts radiating down, and a healthy glow suffuses the entire caravan. And your path is guided forward. The ground solidifies beneath the ruts of your wagons. People find themselves moving quicker, faster, lighter on their feet. They get less hungry, get less tired, and you manage to move at a good pace and are kept relatively safe.
Huzzah.
A bunch more of little possums again show up out of nowhere and inexplicably do the hold up thing.
Whew. Let my people go.
And you guys need to do a skill thing for the journey. We're not going to make it a whole conflict, but you each need to roll a skill test to tell me what you're doing to kind of help the caravan along its way, and we'll adjudicate each of those.
Okay. I'm going to be keep a sharp eye out, and I will invoke fiery, not in the best of mental states right now, and so I will -1 dice.
Okay. What skill are you using?
Observation.
Okay. So you're looking out for dangers, bandits, hazards in the road.
Yeah, that's right.
So OB2.
Okay, I failed.
Okay.
-1 dice.
Okay. So we will adjudicate the twist for that after we handle everyone.
So you don't have the skill at all?
No, I have the skill, but I have a minus. I took a -1 penalty for fiery and a -1 penalty because I'm burned.
Ah. Okay, I'm doing a healer check to, heal the poor, burn people up on the road so that they can walk faster. And since I'm
So that they'll work faster.
walk faster, because we need to get places, I guess.
We got places to be.
And since I'm compassionate, I'll just, check that against myself.
How does that work against yourself when you're healing? I mean, I'm not saying you can't use it, but you gotta justify it to me.
Okay. Since I want to help everybody, so that slows it down and so on, I guess.
Overusing is taxing his magic or something.
Yeah.
Okay, you work yourself till you're so tired so that you're not doing as effective a job.
So, 2 successes.
Okay, that's a success, because it's just an OB2 test. to just do some first aid to people on the road.
Okay.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
For
on
our
this?
To help the caravan.
To help the caravan, I'm basically making sure wild animals don't intercede and make the trip longer, and making sure nature doesn't get in our way. Like kinetic power. I think that's solid, right?
Yeah,
Good to me.
that works.
Don't have to worry about rough terrain.
So are you using your animal husbandry?
Yeah.
Okay, OB2.
All right. Five and a 4.
Okay. So you manage to move ahead and like scout out animal signs, stay away from any areas where there are like bears moving through, find nature paths that help you take a bit of a quicker route, and scout along and just mostly keep the wildlife from harassing your like huge group of people, but also helping to hunt and forage along the way to feed this huge throng of people that you in no way have supplies for.
Yeah, there's that part.
No point.
To distract the, how many people have joined us?
You've got like a good 60, 65 people.
A lot of kids and stuff.
There's a decent number
I'm
of
only gonna
kids.
hang out on the back of the last, like sharing at them, and I'm literally gonna basically do a magic show. Just to distract them from their hunger pains so they don't need as much food
Okay.
on the journey. By like making burping butterflies and doing like fun magic tricks and stuff, and basically
Perfect,
just
this is time
sorcery.
after eating. I'm so hungry.
This is sorcery.
I wish I
Why
could
is
burp.
it she-walking?
Because she's a bird
OB2.
folk.
OB2, and I would
Yeah.
roll my sword. Alright. Okay.
She's a rejected Mother
Am I
Earth.
able to use something against myself here to get a check?
Yes, that would be a good idea. What traits do you have?
What are you even?
This. I'm an early riser, but this is really late, and I really wish I would have gone to bed so that I could get up earlier.
Sure.
And so I drop it.
So you drop a die and mark that you have a check.
I 3 passes.
Okay.
So it's a pass.
So the only one who failed was your lookout,
Huzzah!
which means eventually you guys get to an area where you have to ford a flooded plain. There used to be a river that drove through here, but because you guys are now deep in the spring thaw, the river has flooded, and you have to get across
With 60 extra people.
with 60 extra people and carts of supplies.
Well, everybody follow to the tail of the next person, and
I think I can help with this.
I'm really cool with it.
So we're in a forest, right?
Yep.
So yeah, I've got an axe. I'll quickly set up a makeshift bridge out of by felling a tree.
labor.
That will allow people to.
How big
the
is
people
this
to
river?
cross.
It's a flooded plain, so it's too big to
Oh, okay. I
set a
have a different
ridge.
idea.
But you could make rafts
You
and then
make
start
rafts,
pushing things on rafts.
And then I will make butterflies that pull the rafts.
Yeah, I guess it could also be you yourself moving the rafts because you're like ankle deep in this water.
Like how deep?
You're
is
starting to get really tapped out on spellcasting.
I'm hoping I fail.
Okay.
Are you?
Explosion.
But like this is how deep is this? So it's like a plane that's been flooded.
It's like mostly hip height for you.
But it's
Some
just-
places it gets up to your nipples.
All right. So I think if I get a bunch of those like pontoons sort of things, or trees, I can probably just set up a bunch of things for the journey to cross like on their own. I don't know about the carts. I'll be able to. We'll have to ford them across or something. But this will help to let the kids get across.
So yeah,
Okay.
I guess I can help you with a weaver to help you tie
Lash
up those
things together?
ropes. So yeah,
So
so plus
all
one
right,
die.
I'll use my axe and I'll just start hacking.
Does anyone else want to help?
And my character is
It's a 3 labor
Powerful.
check. It's a 5 sorcery check.
5 sorcery?
Yeah.
Sick. Sick, dude.
I will aid you with my sorcery.
my character uses youthful strength for an extra die, and he loses 1 because of being burned.
Okay. Here's your interest.
So I have 6.
3 successes.
3 successes.
Okay, so you successfully lash together the pontoons and manage to get things floating, but your attempts to conjure butterflies fail miserably.
It's okay.
And instead, you push the mist away, clearing the area of like the flooded plain, and you see shapes in the distance. And you hear coming towards you, stroke! Stroke! Stroke!
Oh, people are having a stroke out there. We need to call 911.
Are we in the forest yet? Or?
You're in the water.
Okay. So, that I wonder who those people are. Probably Vikings of some sort doing this game.
Certain Vikings aren't real.
Golden Labrador Vikings. I'm sure. No. Do we know who those? Are those foes or friends? I don't know much about.
We could just ask them, do you want to be our friends? And then if they do, they do.
Can anyone see really far?
So, as the mist is cleared, you see the prows of longships coming down through the water. And in the longships are numerous hedges, mapaches, vulpins, some gerbine, all dressed up in mail armor, decked out with spears, halberds, crossbows, bows. And they're rapidly bearing down on you as their oarsmen pull.
I'm pretty sure that I think that they're not wearing any symbols, and they have what's their prow?
I don't know.
Okay, it's not it's not like whatever they have in the front. It's not like a bird. They don't.
It's not a bird.
They're not wearing
It is
stuff
not
from
a
the
bird.
perch. Yeah, I'm about. Oh, I'm pretty concerned those are bandits.
Oh.
River bandits.
I mean,
But
they
this-
might not be, but they're all in mail, and that's really expensive. And they're
Bandits
not
are-
from the. They're clearly not from the perch.
Hey, who wants to join the pirates?
We actually have
We
members.
could just join them and be part of them now.
So they're bearing down on you.
We need to get out of here if we're.
We thought 150 people. I think that would be very difficult.
So should we? I guess we negotiate.
We could negotiate. I'm very good negotiator, and I'm gonna like print up my feathers, like.
Go fly to them and negotiate.
They might not want to talk. Some of them might not. There's no birds on board, right?
No.
They're probably not going to be inclined to speak to most.
People love me. Have you met me? I think you have.
Like most people you
Love
meet, they
me.
will assume that she is in charge.
Racist.
I'm gonna. Okay, I would love to just say like, excuse me, stop, please.
Talk to the hand because that thump. I mean, you've done your underwater, so you'd be safe, but just.
And I will.
Flutter to them.
I could. Can I fly? No, I can't.
You can't fly. You
I
can
know
only
it's
glide.
I can
But
fly.
you've got sorcery, so I bet you could do some gust of wind and.
I also just leveled my
Float.
sorcery. So happy. Something about using it non-stop.
So what do you guys want to do?
I think we should try and have a conversation like adults. Be like, hi.
That seems very reasonable.
Yes, because I'm such a reasonable person. People love to listen to me.
Well, I don't think we can run away with, the people being probably on both sides of the river at the same time, so.
Okay. The boats.
I want to negotiate
Fan
to
out.
use their boats to take us across. I literally want to go so hard on manipulate that they give us their boats and then they
Do
let
it.
us go across.
Do
That was
it.
my goal, dude.
So standing astride at the edge of one of the longboats that's approaching you is a hedge, who is dressed in mail armor. He's got a red bandana on. He's got a cutlass swinging from his belt. Says, what do we have here?
Hello.
Hello.
Refugees from Tin Town. They got recently burned down.
again.
What a pity. A lot of that going around these days.
Yes, what is your name?
That's a good question.
It's very important to know.
Pirate Von Pirate.
Just to be clear.
I'm Ulrich.
You're Ulrich. Hello, Ulrich. It's so nice to meet you. My name is Luna. And I'm very happy to make your acquaintance today, Ulrich.
And I'm sure I'll be happy to make yours. Tell me, what have you brought me that's gonna brighten my day?
We have brought you good smiles and great cheer in spite of great sacrifice and so much pain. And what we are is very good people, and we'd like to use your boats. This is so important because we have a very critical mission to stop the world from burning down and shit. So it's very important, and I think the gods will will it. Yeah, very smart. I'm straight up. No, I'm not great at this, but I'm also great at this.
Well, that's a very generous offer, but I think I'll be taking what's in your carts instead.
I think that you
And
will be doing
maybe a few of those refugees as well.
How many of them are there?
There's about 5 longboats. Each longboat has maybe 12 people in it.
that. Sick, bro.
That's
About as many refugees as we have.
a lot. That's 60 people.
Yeah.
Are they all trained warriors, they look like?
They look like cutthroats. Some more trained than others.
In
What?
that
Where would-
case, the only solution is... They're still in the longboats? most of
Yes.
them? Okay, we just need to flip them into the water, and then we get all of the refugees to run into the water and drown them, because their armor will weigh them down.
Yeah.
What would you? So I'm just gonna ask a question. What would you? You're gonna take the refugees. Where are you going to take them?
You
No concern of yours, lad.
I'm
I'm
sorry,
going
Who's
but-
to
traveling with us?
They're our friends, and
That's racist, Devin.
Oh God, I just realized something.
Okay, all of the archers knock boats.
Cool. I fly straight up above all the boats.
Okay?
I shapeshift into an elephant.
yes.
I'm going to fall as a 2-ton pachyderm onto their boats into the water, cannonball style.
Okay. It is shallow water.
Great.
Born to die.
I'm going to die.
Born to die.
Live fast, die screaming.
So you can land smack in the middle of them, set up a cannonball, flip a couple boats, but you are going to injure yourself in the process.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
And I'm going.
So you come down with a huge crash. Just an elephant out of nowhere. They
And I'll
weren't
be-
expecting druid combat.
I will be trumpeting the whole time. They want to take you as slaves, run into the water and drown them in their heavy armor. Put their heads down till the bubbles go out.
Yeah.
To the refugees and everyone here, including them. No prisoners! No prisoners!
Wait 1 moment, please.
Make their mothers die of grief.
Do we get to just do things at a time? Or?
Well, you can do one thing, and then we're going to be in a conflict.
I'm going to start a giant wave to knock the rest of the fuckers into the water.
Remember, shallow water.
Okay?
Yeah, giant wave though. I'm going to make wave happen. With
That's
magic.
cute, though. Oh, we got heroes. It's like, oh, buddies.
Arrows don't do shit against elephants.
So,
Doesn't matter
five.
if they killed me.
5? I have 6 dice.
Yes, but it's the difficulty 5.
Yes.
Cool.
Because you keep using magic.
I do keep doing that.
Wild magic. Boom.
Alright. I'm just looking.
You want to pause,
1,
Nicole?
2, 3.
And we're back.
Okay, so you summon a massive wave out of almost nothing at all, and as they're all staggering to stand up in the water and come to their senses, it sweeps from behind, capsizes the remaining boats, knocks them down again, and then swishes off downriver.
Are the boats still near?
Yeah, the boats are still around.
Well, I'll use the time to use my orator skill to, give an inspiring speech to the people on our side, and we need to protect those supplies for the suffering people of all their heart, and so on, to motivate them, I guess, to take up arms to protect themselves, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 1 success on orator.
Okay. So you deliver a deeply stirring speech. Unfortunately, it is not enough to make unarmed civilians charge headlong into fully armed, ruthless mercenaries.
Fair enough.
And we will do a conflict.
Huzzah! So,
Who wants to lead?
Someone with better dice than me. My dice suck.
What are the skills we need?
what
to,
type of conflict is this?
This is going to be a military conflict. I can't fight. I can't imagine it being anything else. I mean, we've hit them with everything, and they basically said we're going to slave you. So,
So maybe a magical combat. So I can use her sorcery as a initiative.
Sure. We should definitely set the stakes to kill them, though.
We will
Yeah.
need to murder them.
yeah. Once he heard slavery, there was. Yeah.
Okay. Kill the pirates.
Kill them all. Kill them.
If they had been just like, look,
Versus
just give
give
us
and
some
slave
treasure,
us.
we'll just take a little tax. We were like, okay, fine, whatever.
They want my children. They do not care.
I mean, it's probably like, hey, we're gonna recruit some pirates, take them or whatever. Whatever. What's their goal?
Well, if you set it to kill them, theirs automatically becomes to kill you. That's how it works.
This is
Ah.
sick, dude. We're fucked.
We're gonna
You
die.
get so many checks from this.
We're gonna just
That's
give
what
them
we do,
back.
right, Peter?
Yes.
We're just gonna give them
This would be a
checks.
more interesting story this way. Now we're playing with the
Everyone
pirates.
dies.
This was
Without
3
slaves,
episodes.
they're pirates.
The season is over.
Their disposition is 8.
Okay.
It's a magical one, so I get to use my
Sorcery plus will.
Jenny,
Do you want to spend something to tap your nature into this?
I don't have any persona points left.
Won't.
Yeah, she's tapped out.
I am completely tapped.
Well,
Well, I guess it should have been me.
Or me, because
Dude, I
have
have
a
6
point.
dice on sorcery,
True.
so plus 3 on my will. So
Do you want me to do it? Because I can get 9 dice on sorcery.
I feel like we're locked in.
Oh, is that it, Tyler?
Yeah, I feel like we're locked in.
Is that what we
Oh,
feel?
alright.
do it. Do
I'll
it.
remember that one.
wait.
Total party kill. Total party kill.
Oh, it's bad, boys. It's real freaking bad.
Yeah. How many?
Can I use my fate point? No, I didn't have any 6s, so we can't.
So 2.
It's a total of 5.
Okay. 5, I'm gonna say. See, that's doable.
Is it though?
Yes.
Is it? 60 art
Okay.
militia.
And then
Who's got pirate wise?
You piece of shit, Peter.
Pirate lore?
Oh yeah, that's
Insight,
all from
maybe.
Peter.
Can we pretend
Does
that-
anyone have militarist?
No!
makes
I'm
sense.
very
Any of our
curious.
characters.
I'm very curious though.
I mean, when we build soldier murder, the soldier characters after this. Sure, whatever you want.
I got history.
So I guess I'll just lock in my
Well, it's
abilities, and that will be that. And it will be a fun surprise.
They run away because someone, punched them in the face. Like you do to bullies.
Wait, and none of us are able to figure out what's going on?
Nope, we don't
Nope.
have military. Militarist. No one's got it.
Can we use the whole beginner's luck to do that?
We're super beginner.
I don't see why not.
Super low.
Ah.
Alright, Peter, do it.
That's half the nature, is it?
Okay, so for beginner's luck, you take your nature. Yeah, take your nature, add together. Oh, no. No, take will or health,
Uh-huh. 3 dice.
add up the total dice for ability, wises, health, and gear.
So nothing.
Make the test using half that number, rounded up.
That's
So
2 dice.
2 dice, and this can be poor wise here. Are they poor? Doesn't matter, we'll still leave me at 2 dice. Nope. Nothing. I get a fail on militarist, is it?
Yeah.
Huzzah. Okay. So we don't know nothing.
Throw a feint.
Yes. It's like if they're attacking us, they should feint to defend against that attack. If they're feinting though, I don't think that nothing beats feint specifically, right?
It would be versus. Feint versus feint is a versus.
But like defend beats
Defend
feint.
destroys feint.
But the defense is useless at the start of the combat. It doesn't give any.
So we
kind
could
of
do
meaningful
feint,
damage.
feint, and defend.
The thing is, if they're attacking with the first two,
Yeah, we should probably be attacking, because what's their disposition to ours?
Let's see, feint is like an attack, but it beats an attack.
Okay, well that makes sense then.
So we could do feint, feint, and then on the last one we could do defend in case they'd be fainting.
or maneuver,
Something to recover the possible
defend, yeah.
health.
How much health do we have right now?
like
It's
5.
8 to 5.
That's not that bad.
So
Still
okay, why not go?
Sure.
Yeah, go feint, defend.
Yep. I think
We're
that's...
not going to do any damage.
Okay, I
I'm
mean,
gonna play
feint,
defensive because we can't lose this.
feint does damage if they're attacking.
The problem is that the goal was set to kill them.
Yes.
Is that
You can still outmaneuver them with feints or whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
drag them down. We're gonna.
Yes,
They're-
attack our, card of possum. They'll just jump over you.
What
and-
Peter is saying is that feint reduces enemy disposition in
Yes.
most conflicts.
Yes.
They are maneuvering, feinting, and attacking.
Feint, attack. Okay. Who
So-
wants to do what? Who wants to go first, second?
I'm best to attack, but I don't think
I'm best to defend.
I'm more of a dice adder.
Okay. Feint versus maneuver is independent.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll take the second feint, I suppose. And if you can, let's do the first feint. You wanna do feinting with magic?
She's bad at feinting,
Not.
but
I mean,
she's great
if
with
it's-
magic.
I'm super good at magic, though.
I could also age, so why don't you do that? Because I have magic as well.
Do it then. So you feint, I feint, and you defend.
So my sorcery is 6 now. So
It doesn't
You got
matter
one for
because
me.
the last one is a
and I use
maneuver,
one,
right?
so then I have 6.
No,
So
that's an attack. So it's whoever gets more kills
Oh,
that stuff.
Yep, right.
Okay.
just,
So Devon, roll your first feint.
I'm not rolling dick.
I'm rolling.
Fine. Then you roll.
2. I can spend a fate point and re-roll the 2 6s that I rolled though, which I'm going to do. Wait, does this help me at all?
Yes.
Yes.
It's more.
They are going to use their 2 successes to gain
And I
position.
got 2 more successes, so that's
So
4
4.
successes.
Okay.
So just like that, it goes to 4-5.
Okay.
And what are you guys doing next?
Fainting.
So it's feint versus feint.
Okay. So I'll cast a ritual to maybe draw out all the water so that they'll be in better position to attack their boats. And I'll spend my persona point to add my nature because we're doing teamwork here. 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll give you 2 dice for my gutter rat because this is clearly not, a town. Yeah.
They are going to move to attack the refugees to try and draw you out of position.
Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6 successes, 7 successes. Okay. Versus their
5.
so
They only had 4, but then you gave me 2 dice.
so we both succeed.
Yes.
So
It goes to 0-0.
haha, everybody
We
dies.
both die?
Yep, and then
No, there's very special rules for how death works.
Ah.
So just pause it for a second.
Okay, let me just bring up the. Alright, and we're back.
So, Tyler has read the Mouse Guard book, and what's that verdict? Do we all die?
No, 2 of you are horrifically maimed. And you think that you have vanquished the pirates, but they live to fight another day.
Huzzah.
So who's maimed and how?
So, poor Pipsky Smallpaws gets one of his smallpaws and be maimed, so now he's hobbling along. And he gets a trait of suspicious because he doesn't trust strangers anymore. And who else got maimed?
Oh, I lost an eye.
How?
It got cut out of me in the fight that I was in.
What
about the part where you dropped out of the sky?
Yeah, I can shapeshift. It's not so hard to go back to normal size after you drop as an elephant, and then get stabbed in the ensuing melee.
Okay.
One eye.
It's not hard. It just happened. It was a fight. I was in the middle of all 65 mercenaries. Chances are I got a few attacks.
So the eye patch that you were already wearing is just now relevant.
I never wore an eye patch.
Wait, you thought you did?
No. I had a hoodie.
Oh. Seemed like a thing you'd do.
Nope.
Maybe you can have a eye patch.
There you go.
But on the good news, you do manage to recover the boats, enough that fording through the rest of the flooded plain does not pose a major difficulty.
That was so successful. We did such a good job. We kill everybody, we get their boats. We're truly heroes.
And then a short distance away,
So many dead.
We are heroes. Could have been worse.
We survived.
Never compromise with slavers.
It's true, but I still.
I say, blood weeping out of part of my head that's been covered in bandaging.
I still wish that we didn't have to kill him.
If I could do it all over again, my only wish would be to kill one single more.
That's beautiful. You could write a poem about that.
in the distance you start to see the towering shape of Alderheart looming above the tree line as it stands massive and gargantuan over the rest of the forest.
Yeah, you made it with a day to spare. Hobble.
What should I say to, what's their name? It's like, see, we made great time.
I have a question, Pipsqueak. Can I call you Pipsqueak for
Amazing.
paws now?
I'm still small paws.
But you only have 3 of them. Not to like rub it in or anything.
I mean, it's still here, just hurts a lot.
Would you like a hand? I could probably carry the rest of the way.
That's fine. I'll make it.
He's not a stranger. Don't be suspicious of him.
As you get closer and closer to Alderheart, the roads start to get more and more busy, and there are throngs and packs and caravans of other refugees streaming towards it. And yours just sort of slots right in with the masses.
Wow, I've never seen a city this big before.
It's very big, very impressive. I don't think they're going to be very happy about the 60 or so extra.
How do you all live in here?
I don't think that.
Well, it's a tiered society based on what, position and perch you are, and so on, so on. So we live like birds.
We are very powerful in places.
Of course.
Did you like this?
And you return back to the area where you started the adventure, which is the bottom of the lifts.
Yay!
It's a circle of life.
And I think that's where we'll switch over to a player's turn.
Huzzah!
That'll be next session. Yeah.
So I was Tyler.
Peter!
Mark?
Devin.
RD.
And this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.